Normally what we do is if you look at solar and you compare it with coal generation or something like that, it is more expensive. But now, looking at from just the selfish fiscal standpoint of the city of Longmont, how much does it cost the city of Longmont to generate that power with coal or something like that after you've put your money into it, or those other customers have put their money into it, and we've reaped the benefits from the federal as well? Maybe that comes out something that's a lot more comparable to the generating capacity that we would have with some of the more traditional power generation. So I think that might be one of the questions that we should ask ourselves in a little bit more detail. I don't know if it'll be reconsidered by council or not. I would like it to be, but the majority of council rules here, and whatever it comes out to be is what it comes out to be.
Thank you, Mayor Baum. Well, I will direct the council to the letter that we received from Mrs. Jude. They wrote a check for $34,000. In this economy, I don't have $34,000 to write for a solar voltaic system. If you feel that this is something you want to do, then by all means, go do it. You don't need the city's help in this area. You can go through the state. You can get your rebates or your savings from the federal taxes, and the reserves do exist, and we use the reserves to smooth out the rate increase that council voted to put on everyone in the city of Longmont that uses our power, to use our reserves for 19 homes, whereas we use the reserves to smooth out the rate increase for everyone in the city of Longmont for 19 homes does not make sense to me.
I would love to see solar do better, but right now I really don't feel good about giving money. I'm very concerned about using money that we've taken from so many people and giving it to so few, because I think that we can have more bang for our buck if we invest in conservation.
There are other programs available. Many people could have taken advantage of the Climate Smart program when it was offered just a short while ago. That had much better rebate, I think, than what we would have offered had we passed it last week. So having said that, why didn't people jump on that to begin with? Okay, and we are currently buying credits to meet the requirements that the state will require from us, and we will have those credits available within the next 3 years. And again, we didn't say no to solar. We just said no for this particular rebate. If there are rebates in the future and our financial position is better, we may reconsider doing a rebate. The no was just for this period of time because we had just increased the rates on everybody, and based on money that we spent on a consultant to come and tell us that our reserves were below requirement. So to immediately then turn around and use reserves that are already below the requirements or advised requirements would not make sense.
How many people do you employ in Longmont doing this work?
We work all over the Front Range. 3 years ago, we were about 6 people in the company, and now we're over 50.
So if you have less work, you're going to have to lay somebody else off, right?
No, we don't have less work. We just have less work in Longmont.
Less work in Longmont.
You don't have our business.
We've been using people that choose to buy the CFL light bulbs. You know what? Our utility pays for that. So whether or not you choose to buy the energy efficient light bulb, we're paying money from our utility to support the cost differential to encourage people to get in the habit of buying a CFL light bulb that will last several years and save money. So you can make the argument that,
maybe
the
we
few
should
might
stop
be.
that then.
Excuse me?
Well, maybe we should stop that then.
Well, go ahead and cut every program if you want to. I mean, you could save everything by just turning off the lights tonight and we can all go home. However, I will also reiterate what Council Member Hansen says. Once the council votes as a position, that's the position we've taken. So again, your job as a citizen of who might own a business in Longmont and live elsewhere, is to come before us and advocate for a position, which what you've done tonight, and I will not discourage you to do that in the future.
This is how government grows. It's these little programs here and there, you know, it's 150,000 here and it's 2 million there, and pretty soon you're talking about real money. So I think we can agree to disagree at this point, but let it be known that nobody here on council is anti-solar. Just feel like at this time it's not feasible for us.
I just checked my math with Mr. Ure, and what it would actually be is close to 2,000 homes in Longmont that would have to have solar on them to meet the requirement, not just the 380 or so. So we would have to rebate to a lot of people to make that happen. And I hope that everyone understands I am part of the we that wants solar, wind, and other types of energy, renewable energy to heat and cool our homes and make life better for everybody. And so sometimes you have to make a decision short term that is for the better of the long term. And right now, short term, it is better not to go through with this rebate, especially in the financial condition that we're in. Maybe there'll be a rebate in a couple of months that comes up where they're matching for wind energy. And maybe that would make more sense to do the wind energy then, as opposed to this photovoltaic. So unless we can figure out a way to get the 2,000 homes to where we can benefit from it, doing 10 at a time is not going to get us there.